I'm getting here specifically somebody getting some sort of intuitive nudge from the divine to do something. I'm getting this person actually doing it. Okay, I'm getting this person saying, "Okay, divine, okay, God, whatever label you give this energy," and saying, "I'm gonna do what you're telling me to do." Okay, I'm getting here you being obedient to the divine, obedient to your higher self, obedient when it comes to your intuition, and allowing that to lead you and guide you towards healing and financial abundance. Okay. But I'm getting here specifically, there's something that the divine is trying to tell you to do. But it's like the divine wants you to do it a certain way. I'm getting a lot of pushback from you or someone. I'm getting someone feeling like, I want to do this, but I want to do it my way. I don't want to do it how the divine is telling me to do it. And the divine is telling you to do this thing this way or do this thing for a reason. I'm getting some sort of like big success that you weren't expecting. I'm not exactly sure how this applies to you, but I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards, so just stick around. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Belle, your Orchid Mantis Oracle, and here I give messages every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. These messages are not to convince you, but to help guide you through healing along your spiritual journey with patience and precision. So for our angels, we have the angel of judgment, we have the angel of emptiness, okay? We have the angel of beauty that keeps coming out. And then we have the angel of heralds, okay? So I'm getting here specifically like the divine is trying to call in some sort of judgment when it comes to like the type of lifestyle that you're living, okay? I'm getting here specifically that there could have been a lot of times in your life where, you know, you had to make things work, okay? You had to work it out. You had to make things work. You had to make things move and shake, okay? I'm getting here these time frames of you maybe not having enough or feeling like you don't have enough. Okay, I'm getting these times where you're trying to be self-sufficient and not ask other people for help and trying to figure things out on your own, okay? I'm getting the divine saying that this really was strengthening your faith in the divine, okay? This was strengthening your faith within yourself and within your intuition, all right? Because I'm getting the divine saying, like, I'm going to put you through these situations just so that we can strengthen our connection, so that we can strengthen our voice to one another, okay? I'm getting some sort of big news surrounding something that you've decided to do that the divine has led you to do, okay? But I'm getting here specifically that the divine wants you to do this thing a certain way, all right? But I'm getting a lot of pushback because I'm getting somebody who really just feels comfortable in the way they're doing whatever this is, okay? I'm getting somebody feeling like, you know, it's like their subconscious mind is protecting them from the success that they're not necessarily prepared for, because like this energy is new. This energy is like untapped areas, you know what I'm saying, like experiences that you may not necessarily be prepared for, that whatever this thing is the divine is telling you to do is going to lead you towards, okay? Let me pull some energy from my Star Tarot deck, okay? It's not really giving messy, but I just want to get some detail onto like what exactly this thing, like why the divine feels, not why the divine feels so strongly about you doing it this way, but maybe what's going to allow you. Is there a certain situation that's going to happen that's going to force you to do it this way, or is there just going to be a situation where you just try this thing this way and like it works out? Because I'm getting here like two different scenarios, okay? We have the Queen of Cups here. Yeah, I'm getting to the reason why the divine has not been able to call on this like judgment energy with this lifestyle that you're living is because some sort of imbalance in your emotions, okay? I'm getting it specifically when you let go of like what you think you should present as, the divine is going to be bringing, it's like stripping yourself of your ego. I'm getting here specifically, okay? But I'm getting your ego being tied very tightly to your emotions, okay? All right, I'm getting here specifically like your ego, your shadow side is really like like is what is making you make a lot of these decisions that are going to keep you comfortable emotionally in life, okay? That's going to keep you where you are, where it feels safe. I'm getting here specifically, all right? What's the, okay, we have the devil. Ooh, we have the devil coming out here to clarify this angel of emptiness, or the or this angel basically signifying things not touching you or things not affecting you how people could have planned for it to affect you. I'm getting like with this angel of emptiness, this angel of Da'at, it's like being unscathed, like things being projected towards you or sent towards you and it's not affecting you. Okay, so we have the devil coming out here to clarify this angel of Da'at or this emptiness. All right, so I'm getting here specifically that the divine is protecting you in ways that you can't even see. I'm getting a lot of like I'm seeing like darts. Okay, I'm seeing like people, someone being viewed at a certain angle. You know how when you put the mirror up towards the behind, like, okay, you put the mirror in front of you and then you have a mirror behind you and like you're looking at the back of your head and you kind of just see different angles of yourself. I'm getting here specifically like people watching you from specific angles and like having this spiritual dart system due to like jealousy or inadequacy, like just these different feelings that you make certain people feel. I'm getting the divine just like protecting your energy really heavily right now, like while you're doing this thing that the divine is leading you through. Okay, sharpening this skill, whatever this is that you're doing. Okay, I'm getting divine like working very closely with you to heal your emotions, but ending up having to protect you in these like spiritual blind spots that I think I mentioned in the past, like that these people try to send towards you out of jealousy because maybe they haven't accomplished what you have, or they feel like things have come easy to you because they don't know your struggle. They don't know the times where you had to make things work out, like make shit stretch or whatever. So it's just like I'm getting this like protective energy that the divine is, and then I'm also getting like this transition energy too, like whenever you decide to do this thing like the divine has been telling you to do, I'm getting this like transition period that you go into, because it's like this is the start of your new reality. This is the start of like how you end up presenting to the world from now on. Okay, what's up? Let's get some confirmation to Let's get some energies for this angel of beauty. Okay, we have 3 of Wands. Yes. I'm getting somebody feeling like you're very beautiful, but not like because you're physically beautiful. I'm getting someone seeing how hard you work and feeling like that's a very beautiful quality to have. Okay, because beauty, physical beauty is not always going to get you, where you need to go and keep you there. All right. So we have the sun being clarified by this angel of heralds. So I'm getting some sort of good news coming in. Okay, some sort of celebratory energy. All right, and I'm getting it being like, okay, I'm getting something coming in, like some information coming in and this putting you in this sun energy. Okay, or I'm getting here specifically that whenever you decide to do this thing like the divine has been telling you to do, some sort of big news, positive news is going to come in shortly after you say, okay, let me do this the way the divine has been guiding me to do this thing. You have to take this back to the divine, ask for confirmation on what exactly I'm talking about, because I don't know your specific situation. So I can't tell you exactly what's going on, but I can give you, a ballpark guesstimation of what this might be pertaining to. So whatever this is pertaining to, okay, I'm getting here specifically, you're going to decide to do this thing the way the divine has been guiding you to do this thing, okay? And then there is going to be some sort of news that comes in, some sort of good news. Okay, this might be a confirmation. I'm getting this whole this section of this reading being like one of those situations where you hear it and then time goes on and it happens and then you think back to this video and then you're like, wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'm just saying that's just the energy I'm getting. All right, so take what applies. Let's see what's up. Let's get some more energy to clarify this Queen of Cups and this Judgment. Okay, I'm getting your emotions being tied to this next time frame you're going in, this transition period that the divine is assisting you through right now. Okay, it's like the divine is working on you from head to toe, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your heart, in your intuition. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting this protection card coming out here to clarify this Queen of Cups. All right, so it's like you're emotionally protected from a lot of energies that try to come for you. I'm getting people spiritually seeing you elevating. Okay, They may not want to admit this, but they can see your spiritual elevation. And some people are very upset about that. They can't handle that. They can't take the fact that you've grown. They can't accept the fact that you are not the same person you used to be, and you will not be going back to what you were. I'm getting here specifically, okay? So I'm getting the divine really being in your energy heavily right now in this protective energy, okay? So then we have like resolution. Yeah. So I'm getting some sort of resolution coming when it comes to this devil energy. Maybe someone could be side-eyeing you because you guys need to come to some sort of resolution. And you know, you're being viewed in a way that isn't, that you're unaware of. I'm getting somebody just being watched in a way that they're not aware of. Okay, but this I don't know why this resolution card is coming out for this, okay? But I'm getting here specifically like you just being viewed in a way in the divine, like shielding your aura right now, okay? It's something about a resolution. Something about some sort of resolution with this devil energy. Okay. There could be your higher self and your shadow could be coming into union at this time. All right, coming to some sort of resolution as to how we're going to live our lives or present to this world in a way where it's comfortable for your higher self, your intuition, and your shadow. Some sort of union like that too, some sort of resolution in that way between the different aspects of yourself. I'm getting here specifically. Okay, so then we have the Angel of Beauty and we have the Three of Wands. Let's get some clarification on this Three of Wands energy. This energy surrounding you being beautiful and your hard work being like a big part of why you're coming off so beautiful. Okay, I'm getting this like inner child healing. Okay, I'm getting this inner child healing that's pretty much coming through like your pores. I'm getting here, and it's making you more attractive. Yeah, some sort of separation is happening. I'm not exactly sure how this would apply to the sun, but I'm getting a separation happening, and this could be a blessing in disguise. Okay, let's get some energy to get a little bit of advice. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and pull. Oh, you know what? Let's pull from my Fable deck. I haven't really been pulling from this deck like that, but let's get some energy to clarify what we're talking about right here. Okay, what's up with this protection energy? What's some advice that we need when it comes to protecting our own energy, protecting ourselves emotionally, while the divine brings us into this judgment period where it's time for us to transition into a new state of being? Okay, let's get some advice on that. What's up with that? All right, acceptance. Yes. I'm getting here specifically you just accepting yourself. Like I keep getting this energy of like people starting to accept themselves for who they are and like deal with the outside world in a way where it's respectful to them internally. I'm getting that specifically here. I've been getting a lot about acceptance too, okay? And it's like the fact that you accept yourself for exactly who you are and the different aspects of yourself and not judging yourself brings in this spiritual protection because it's like you're living more within your authenticity. I'm getting here spirit, okay? So, okay, when I was talking about the higher self, the shadow, and the intuition all coming into some sort of union, okay, that was very spiritual talk. And so for the spirit card to come out to clarify this road is just confirmation for what I was saying about how these different aspects of your spirit is coming into union, okay? And that this is the reason why this could feel kind of heavy right now, okay? Because you have some sort of spiritual union coming in for you specifically when it comes to your energy and how you embody your energy, okay? Then we have freedom here. Yeah. I'm getting here specifically that your inner child could feel a lot more free to express itself, okay? And then we have empowerment coming out. I'm getting some sort of separation being a sign of your empowerment, being a sign that you've fully stepped into relying on yourself and not relying on what others can provide for you. Okay, I'm getting here specifically. But I'm also getting here like big time that like your inner child could be feeling really like happy right now. Your inner child could be feeling very free to like express itself and stuff like that. So just be really gentle with yourself right now. If you find yourself wanting to watch a lot of, you know, cartoons or something like that, just yeah, we have the angel of empathy coming out for to help us with closeout. Okay, so I'm getting here specifically to just be gentle with yourself right now. because there are different aspects of yourself coming into union. And this is the reason why maybe your energy might feel a little bit heavy, and that's okay to feel that way. If you feel any emotions coming up, it's best to just let it out and not try to hold it in, because that's going to prolong your healing in order for you to manifest this financial freedom, this financial abundance, and just to go into an entirely new reality. Okay, one that you're proud of, one that you appreciate what you can show for. Okay, let's get a little bit more energy for advice, because we only 14 minutes in, and like I feel like I'm done already. All right, and my microphone is going dead, so yeah, let's just get one card at a time. Let's get a little bit more advice. Okay, what's up with this energy? Okay, it's 2 cards. All right. So we have initiation. Yes. So I'm getting specifically when the divine is trying to get you to do something a specific way. Okay. Like I was saying, you could have picked up a hobby. There could be something that you're revisiting. Okay. That you used to do. I'm getting here when the divine, you following how the divine tells you to do this thing is your initiation ritual. Okay, it's like the divine saying, okay, if you can do it this way, you've done the initiation. Like you're ready for the next level because you've fully accepted my guidance. I'm getting here specifically. All right, let's get some energy to give us some advice about this. Yes, boundaries. Yes, I'm getting here specifically, right, that the reason why your higher self, your shadow, and your intuition, and your inner child, and your inner teen. It's like I'm getting a lot of these different aspects of yourself. Maybe not all at once, but there are a lot of different aspects of yourself that are coming into union. And it's mainly because you've put up a lot of boundaries when it comes to your energy, okay? Allowing energy to be sent towards you, mastering transmutation, okay? Not allowing other people's energy to trample you and cause you anxiety, because that's what happens when someone is taking your power away. Someone is actively siphoning, okay? A lot of times when you have a lot of anxiety is because someone is pulling on your energy. So I'm getting here you putting up a lot of spiritual boundaries when it comes to your energy, all right? And I'm not talking about physical boundaries in the real world. I'm talking about physical, metaphysical, spiritual boundaries that you put up, that safeguard your energy from. It's also because that's clarifying this angel of emptiness. Okay, kind of like being unscathed. All right. So I'm getting these boundaries that you could have been putting up recently, really protecting you in these situations where your energy can be people can attempt to compromise your energy, to put you in the wrong energy, so that you can't manifest financial freedom, financial abundance, and things like that. Okay, so I'm getting here specifically too that you putting in work, okay, is making you more attractive, making you more making you more freedom, making your higher self, I mean not your higher self, but allowing your inner child to feel more free to express itself is bringing you in a lot of physical and spiritual beauty. Okay, I have structure here. Okay, so I'm getting here specifically that if you create a structure that you can follow to keep your higher self, your shadow, and your inner child and your inner teen, like you know how they like to like give libations, and people, people have ancestors, and I'm getting here that someone needs to create an altar for these different versions of themselves and honor these different versions of themselves so that they can all come in union and get messages clearly and precisely from your intuition. Okay, because your intuition is speaking to your higher self. Your higher self, believe it or not, is speaking to your shadow. Your shadow is speaking to you. Whichever one whichever one you align with the most is what you're going to get most of your intuitive messages from, either your higher self or your shadow. Okay, but I'm getting here specifically, if you create some sort of structure as if you would create an altar and pay respects to different entities or different ancestors, is the same way you need to pay respects to these different versions of who you are and who you used to be. Okay, what's up with this empowerment card? Okay, so this I'm getting this separation. Okay, bringing you some sort of empowerment. Yes, higher self. We got higher self out here to clarify empowerment. to clarify the sun and the angel of heralds. Okay, so I'm getting here specifically like your higher self could be the reason why something is breaking apart. Okay, maybe something you're separating from something. You could be separating from a mindset. You could be separating from a person. You can be separating from a way of living and thinking. This is a separation that's internal. Okay, that's giving you more, that's empowering you more, that's giving your higher self more access to your intuition to speak to you, to guide you, okay, towards this sun energy. All right. um I'm gonna just go ahead and close this out because I don't want to go too far in depth if we're already done. Okay, if you like this message, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send this to somebody that needs to hear this. Okay, push these messages out to the algorithm. The other orchids need to know that there's a place for them. If they don't know, it's because we didn't tell them. Okay, personal readings are now up for purchase. If you're interested in personal readings, check my bio. I will put how to request your personal reading, and also stay tuned to my community tab, because every now and then I will be posting, what's going on with personal readings and stuff like that. So if you like this message, go ahead and stick around for the next one. Adios.